Sorry for the inconvenience caused due to the network issues. We are sorry. We'll continue the session from now.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, voice is okay. Thank you. So we shall go with the next. Uh, are you going to project it? Yeah. So prelims examination, I called one of my student and I asked her. Nearly 10 lakh people writing this preliminary, and only 10,000 people get into mains. Hardly 3,000 people go into the interview part. The top 100 becomes IAS. 10 lakhs, 10,000 for mains, just 3,000 for interview, and the top 100 are IAS. I told her it is very tough, but she said that there are 100 seats available. I just want only one. She said that there are 100 seats available. I just want only one. And this was the answer given to me, one of my students. And I was really taken aback by the answer she gave me. So if anybody is willing to get into civil services, I think if you are really serious about it, God has blessed you with a degree on hand, and this the degree can make you to get into greater heights in your life. That's number one. Please go to the next slide. Please get to the next slide. Please get to the next slide. Next slide talks about the positions available in UPSC. This I am skipping it because this will come to your email. Please get into the next slide. The next slide talks about the TNPSC exams pattern. Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission pattern. I have given it. I think you can scroll it to the next slide, please. The next slide talks about TNPSC examination. The next slide talks about group 1 services, where the positions are so beautiful. Deputy Collector, Deputy Superintendent of Police, Assistant Commissioner of Commercial Taxes, Deputy Registrar of Cooperative Societies, Assistant Director of Rural Development, and District Officer for Fire and Rescue Services. I'll just tell you only about the DSP post, Deputy Superintendent of Police. You will get a degree. You will appear for TNPSC Group 1 prelims and mains. If you go for interview, since you are already there in Chennai, or you are there in the suburbs of Chennai and you can easily reach Chennai being the headquarters of Tamil Nadu, the TNPSC office is very much available in Chennai itself. Please try, and once you clear the examinations, suppose you become a DSP. DSP is otherwise called ACP, Assistant Commissioner of Police. Within 10 years of becoming DSP, you are conferred a degree called IPS, Indian Police Service. And no sooner you become DSP, you control nearly 6 police stations. 6 police stations means 6 inspectors of police. And you will control 36 sub-inspectors of police. You will control at least 150 head constables and around 500 constables. 500 constables saluting you directly. Nearly 100 head constables saluting you directly. And then 36 sub-inspectors with the 2 stars on their shoulders saluting you. And then 6 inspectors of police saluting you. You are given a jeep, you are given a pistol, you are given a bike, you are given a quarters, you are given an orderly to take care of you. My dear young girls connected with me, your lifestyle will change. And within 3-4 years, you become commissioner of police. At least 3-6 districts will be under your control. So please try for this. DSP, ADSP, SP, DIG, IG, ADGP, and DGP. What a great honor. Your one signature in a green ink will change lives of thousands of people. Tens of thousands of people will change. The education that has been offered to you through Jain College is to make you, emancipate you, to empower you, to serve the society with a great honor. In fact, when Sejal offered the prayer, I didn't understand, but I understood that it is for all goodness for everybody. She prayed that the entire universe should be safe. We should be safe, and everybody should get all good things in their life. So if somebody asks you, A question. Why do you do a degree in Jain College, Chennai? I think a girl goes to a college for three reasons. Number one, to help raise the standards of your family by raising the standard of yourself. To help raise standards of myself so that my family standards improve. To help raise the standards of the poor people in India. Third one, to help raise the standards of the world. உலகத்தின் தரத்தை உயர்த்துவதற்காக, நாட்டின் தரத்தை உயர்த்துவதற்காக, என் தரத்தின் மூலமாக என் குடும்பத்தின் தரத்தை உயர்த்துவதற்காக. I think these are the three cardinals with which you enter into a college portal, particularly a college named as Jain College of Women. And all these positions, it is only an add-on value for you to serve society in a better form. Next slide, please. Next slide tells you about the qualifying marks. This point I wanted to take it for you to tell you what is the concept that is derived in the government. See, for general category, the cutoff mark is 340. For SC, ST, OBC, MBC, and DC means denotified communities, it is only 255. Please understand what community you belong to. SC candidates, you get age relaxation as well as this mark relaxation. ST, OBC, majority of the people who are BC in Tamil Nadu or MBC in Tamil Nadu, when you apply to central government, you are called OBC, other backward classes. So other backward classes means you get 27% of quota. SC gets only 15%. Scheduled tribe gets only 7.5%. Economically weaker section now recently introduced, they get only 10% quota. Whereas an OBC, other backward classes get 27% quota. If there are 100 IAS positions available in the country, 27 posts are reserved for OBC, other backward classes. Only 15 positions for SC, only 7 positions for ST, 10 positions for EWS. Now you cannot say somebody has come in quota, everybody has got a quota. And the cutoff mark is also lesser for categories like SC, ST, OBC, or even EWS. I want you to remember this and then utilize if you come across any of this. Otherwise, if you come under forward caste without any reservations, you have to work for more marks, which is 340 and 255, another 100 extra marks. This is the setup of the government. This is the setup of the reservation roster. Maybe if you know this, if you don't fall in any of the reserved categories, you'll have to really toil and burn your midnight oil. Next point is about banking sector. Please go to the next slide. Next slide talks about banking sector, where I'll be talking about clerical cadre, probation officer cadre, and specialist officers. People who are learning BCom, or people who are learning BBA, or people who are learning science stream but interested to get into banking. We have got a lot of banking today. Banks, not a lot, almost all the banks have become air-conditioned rooms. You have a very beautiful chair. You have a small cabin or a chamber. And you get more salary plus loans eligibility for a banker is definitely better than a common fellow. So what you can do is you can simply write a clerical position. Questions are very simple. You can be a clerk. Or you can directly write a PO exam, probationary officer's exam, and become a probationary officer. Or as I have told you, computer science guys, you can learn some top-up degree called, cyber crime, like, extra courses. There are a lot of platforms that are offering you. Swayam.com is offering you. NPTEL courses are available. There are a lot of online courses available wherein it will give you a top-up value for your degree and you can apply for a specialist officer post. I'll tell you a shortcut before I tell you about SSC. There is a shortcut. The shortcut is like this. Become a clerk. The exams are very simple. become a clerk in a bank, either a nationalized bank or a private bank. Work for 3 years quietly. And in the meantime, study for PO exam. Because no sooner you complete a degree, you can get into a bank as a clerk. You can travel by a cab, get into an AC office, get back in the cab home. You are not much tired, but have some time to prepare for the PO exam. If there are 100 vacancies for officer, 33.3 or 33 1 by 3, 33.6. Okay, 34 percentage or 34 vacancies are earmarked for the clerks available in the bank. That's called internal promotion. Only the balance people write as probation officer examination or direct entry. So as a clerk, whenever the promotions are offered, if there are 100 vacancies, 33 1 by 3 vacancies are given for the clerks already working. It is easy for you to get into the ladder of promotion by being a clerk in a bank and then becoming an officer in the same bank. There is a big advantage because you know all the desk work now. When you become an officer, it is easy for you to manage the manpower available because you know all this work. You know where the people will bunk, where the people will not. All the stories you can easily do, and then easily you can become a branch manager. You can become a DGM, or you can become an AGM. You can become a general manager, or you can become an MD soon. Otherwise, you know, with a degree, you join an IT company. You become a trainee executive, senior executive, team leader, senior team leader, project leader, senior project leader, assistant manager, deputy manager, senior deputy manager, additional general manager, chief operating manager, chief learning officer, and then you become the CEO. It takes a long time, but you become a PO, probationary officer, or promoted from clerical cadre to a PO. You become easily a branch manager. You become a senior branch manager. You become an additional general manager. You become a general manager, and at the age of 45 or 50, the age of your parents today, you'll be in charge for all the banks in the country. Touchwood, you might even become the personality managing the Reserve Bank of India. I want you guys to get into this kind of a ladder. You should be thankful to Dr. Helen Rajeshwari and all the people who are involved, including Padmini, who does the activity of connecting you guys. Pray, remember all these guys in your prayers, so that today is a day that God has been gracious enough to tell you all this. Going to Staff Selection Commission, Indian Audit and Accounts Department, offices in Chennai, Central Secretariat Service, it is in Delhi, Intelligence Bureau, many cinemas, in many movies, you see an IB guy. Sometimes an Arjun acts as an IB officer. He doesn't even reveal his secret to his own girlfriend that he is an IB guy. A CBCID, a CBI. Normally, we ask the police department to hand over the case to CBI, Ministry of External Affairs, Ministry of Defense. These are the areas where we get into Staff Selection Commission. Sometimes people yell out and say people from other states have sneaked into Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Andhra, Karnataka, Goa, Pondicherry, the southern part of the country. But most of the government offices are filled by people from Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Bihar, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Odisha. The reason is that these guys are hardworking guys. They work and prepare for SSC. No sooner they join the first year degree. If they are not waiting for the degree, 3 years, undergrads at first year, second year, and third year, six semesters, they prepare for SSC simultaneously. Beyond their classrooms, they sit in the libraries and prepare. The examinations are very simple. There is a question, there are 4 answers available. Once you know the answer very well, the answer itself will smile at you. 100 questions asked, 2 hours of time is given. And if you score 100 out of 100, you are the topper and you are selected. Next slide, please. Next slide talks about inspector post in income tax, central excise. Next slide, please, madam. You can go to the next slide. Inspector examiners, enforcement officers. That there is a post called enforcement officer, EO. If you become an EO and remain ethical, you will be able to capture anything and everything, all the smuggled goods. If all EOs are from Jain College, just imagine a scene like this. All the EOs in the countries are Jain College students, and you are highly ethical, you are uncorrupt. Within one day, India will change. Indian economy will change. Let us be instruments of change. The class that I teach you today will make you ethical leaders, moral leaders with high ethical discipline. And these positions that you occupy as preventive officer, enforcement officer, central excise, income tax, customs, FERA, Foreign Exchange Regulations Act, why not? The GST will take you to great heights, customs, all that. Whatever I told you, it's here. If you are not interested, get into housing and urban, get into water resources, get into textiles, and become development commissioners, get into central board of direct taxes, indirect taxes. बहुत बड़ा है. You have got lot of avenues. And just imagine closing your eyes at home today evening. What will I become in my life? That becomes a question mark. And once you straighten the question mark by your added value, it becomes an exclamatory mark. The topic that has been given to me today to speak to you guys is what next with a question mark. If that question mark, the வளைந்த ஒரு கோட்டை நேர்கோட்டாக மாற்றி விடுமோயானால், I tell you, the question mark becomes an exclamatory marks. It changes your lifestyle, changes the family as well. Enforcement Directorate, CBI, Central Bureau of Investigation, Department of Post, now it is offering a lot of positions for you guys. NIA, National Investigation Agency, directly under the control of the central government, President and Prime Minister. Or, with just mathematics, you can become statistics officers. You can be in the Controller and General Accounts Office in Chennai itself. All metropolitan, cosmopolitan cities only have such offices. You are given a quarters to stay. You are given a vehicle to move. I given a very beautiful air-conditioned, बहुत बड़ा कमरा है आपका office. बहुत बड़ा आदमी बन सकता है भाई. You become a good personality, and your one signature will change 1,000 lives into a better life. Next slide. We'll finish it up in another 10 minutes. Please go to the next slide. It talks about Indian Coast Guard. People go to BSc Physics or Mathematics as allied paper. The government is looking out for you to Indian Coast Guard. You could become Deputy Commandant. You become Assistant Commandant. Women are also inducted into Indian Coast Guard recently. Or you can get in environment, forest, climate change. Every time you listen to television on news, they very much talk about the forecast. They very much talk about the climatic conditions. You can be an officer there. Narcotic Control Bureau, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Ministry of Mines, Ministry of Communications. How many positions are available in the government? Awesome and wonderful. Absolutely great. Maybe if today is the day that God has chosen for you to enlighten and understand, flow irukkuda government la. I didn't know. I think these slides one by one. Suppose you want to study what is Ministry of Corporate Affairs, just type Ministry of Corporate Affairs in the Google. You'll get beautiful web page wherein you can spend around half an hour, take a note and write notes, and then fit in as a BSc degree holder, BA degree holder, BCom degree holder, BBA degree holder. How do you fit? Am I eligible? Then what kind of examinations are conducted? What is the syllabus? How do you prepare? And if you want to really become a CBA officer, visit a CBA office. Your ID card is an instrument for knocking the doors of the president of the country. A student can knock the doors of the prime minister of the country. Knock the doors of CBI and say, I would like to come and sit as a director here. What should I do? You can take your friends along with you and then go and knock the doors of the directors and ask them, sir, you are sitting there. You are going to retire shortly. I want to sit there. What should I do? They'll be really happy to take you with a cup of coffee, to explain and tell you, Betty, this is your seat. When are you going to come? Next slide, please. It talks about CAT, Central Administrative Tribunal, Election Commission of India, Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs, National Informatics Center, National Technical, NTRO, Vice President's Secretariat. விஷயவாதிகள் விஷயம் தெரிந்தவர்கள் மட்டுமே இங்கெல்லாம் போய் வேலை செய்யணும். வேற யாருக்கும் சொல்ல மாட்டான் அவன். People who know the information of getting into vice president secretariat will not reveal the secret to somebody. If you get the secret today, work on it. Employment news. Every Monday you get it in Chennai. Employment news is there online. If you have the habit of going through employment news, 48 pages every week, 10 rupees or 12 rupees. If you have the habit of purchasing or reading it online or offline, you will get one position or two positions in vice president secretariat, president secretaries. You know, all these places, only people who know. I will tell only my son. My son will tell only his son. Break that barrier. Apply. Get ready. See, when the link got disconnected, I immediately called Padmini. You know what she told me? Sir, please excuse me. Give me 2 minutes time. Give me some time. They went with another link. Student community, you guys are very powerful. You guys are very powerful. You are really awesome. You can do wonders. Your wonderful work can carry you for greater heights. Go to the president office and work there and make India a bit stronger. We want you young people to get into all the government sectors, wipe out corruption, and bring ethical consciousness in all the workplace. India will shine. India will become rich. India will become super powerful country. 75% of Indian population is loaded with youngsters. Please do not sleep. Do not waste your time in cinema houses. Please do not waste your time here and there chatting, using mobile phone for chat to say good morning, good afternoon, good night. Please use it for the welfare of the nation. Next slide, please. எவ்வளோ இருக்கு பாருங்களேன். ஆடிட் ஆஃபீஸர் குரூப்பி, அசிஸ்டன்ட் அக்கௌண்ட்ஸ் ஆஃபீஸர் குரூப்பி, ஜூனியர் ஸ்டாட்டிஸ்டிக்கல் ஆஃபீஸர், ஆடிட்டர், அக்கௌண்டன்ட், செக்ஷன் ஆஃபீஸர், அசிஸ்டன்ட் கமிஷனர், டெப்டி கமிஷனர், கமிஷனர். உங்க வீட்டுக்கு வெளியில ஒரு காரு, அதுல கமிஷனர் பேர் போட்டிருந்தா எப்படி இருக்கும்? செக்ஷன் ஆஃபீஸர் போடுங்க, அடுத்த ஸ்லைடே போயிடலாம். ரன்னிங் ஷார்ட் ஆஃப் டைம். செக்ஷன் ஆஃபீஸர், அண்டர் செக்ரட்டரி, டெப்டி செக்ரட்டரி, டைரக்டர், இதெல்லாம் யாரோ அனுபவிக்கிறான். Adorn the uniform of permanent commission in Indian Army. Captain, lieutenant, captain, major, lieutenant colonel, colonel, brigadier, major general, lieutenant general, general of Indian Army, admiral of Indian Navy, air chief marshal of Indian Air Force. If you have NCC in Jain College, the NCC cadet should adorn these positions. There is a direct entry for group C certificate category people. Knock and get it. If you don't want to be in a permanent commission, go for Stars Commission for the women categories. Be an officer for some time in Indian Navy, Indian Army, Indian Air Force. Leave the job and become an ex-service women officer. Serve in all the public sector companies. Get into National Defense Academy. Get into Naval Defense Academy. You have to write an examination called CDSC, Combined Defense Service Examination, for which you require a degree. God is going to give you a degree. Jain College is going to give you a degree. Use this instrument to knock the doors of Indian Army, Indian Navy. Go to Indian Military Academy in Dehradun. All your training, all your stay, all your food, everything is 100% taken care by the government of India, by the Ministry of Defense. Your salary is saved. No sooner you become a lieutenant in Indian Army, you get 1.2 lakh rupees salary. 1,20,000 रुपया संबल. 1,20,000 रुपया है आपका salary. पूरे सैलरी आपको पिताजी को माता को देना चाहिए. You don't spend any. You need not have money to spend. The government spends for your olive green uniform. The government spends for anything and everything. You need to write only a CDS exam. Go for SSB, Services Selection Board, and then clear the examination, clear the interview, and you are taken for a medical checkup. You are given a flight travel to join the Indian Military Academy, or in Chennai itself, OTA, Officer Training Academy in Thambram. What a great honor you bring for your parents. Next slide, please. Next slide. We got 1 or 2 slides to go. Assam Rifles is the Assam Rifles, National Security Guard. You must have seen when the Prime Minister is giving a lecture or a speech. Lot of fellows now stand behind him. They are called NSG. NSG are a special squad people. Why only men should stand? Let the women stand. Let all of you stand, and then bring laurels to the country. The special action group called SAG, Central Reserve Police, CRPF, Central Industrial Security Force called CASF, Border Security Force called BSF, and then the only force where women were not allowed is called ITBP, Indo-Tibetan Border Police. Even to that, now women are taken. Women are taken for almost all the police sectors. My dear young graduates connected with me, you have to do only 5 activities. Prune your aptitude, prune your arithmetic, prune your reasoning, prune your general knowledge, prune your English. This is more than enough to become greater personalities in life. May God the Almighty bless all of you to become great warriors, great people in the days to come. And if my lecture had really opened your eyes, you're most welcome to call me. Or you can even browse the internet to find out whether what can I become next in the government sector, and then make India and my family and myself a bit stronger. Thank you and God bless you all.
We are really grateful for your highly inspiring and very informative speech, sir. Thank you so much for your guidance and to help our students resolve the dilemma regarding career choices. I am sure this webinar session was extremely helpful. It's time for the interaction. I request all the viewers to type their questions in the YouTube live chat.
Are you waiting for any questions, Shanas?
Yes, yes, sir.
I think nobody's typing. Okay,
Sir,
at
we
least
have
Shanas,
one more question.
yeah, tell me.
Yes. Sir, how can one prepare for aptitude test?
Aptitude test, actually, there are a lot of materials available. Thank you for the question, Shanas. There are a lot of materials available. But one thing is, I'll just give one example. Can you see this? Shanas, can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, bottle with water. I think people who are participating, who are watching, can also try the answer. This is an aptitude question. Bottle and water both put together 30 rupees. काली बॉटल और पानी दोनों का प्राइस 30 रुपया है. The water inside is 20 rupees more than the bottle price. What is the price of the empty bottle? If you want me to repeat, I will also repeat. If you know the answer, you can type it in the chat. I'll repeat again. Bottle and water both put together 30 rupees. X plus Y is equal to 30. The water inside is 20 rupees more than bottle price. What is the price of the empty bottle? I think the participants can also participate and type the answer if you know the answer. This is a basic arithmetic question. This is an aptitude question. But the number of answers that I get, maybe if you give the answer only, I can give you the correct answer. Somebody can try answering. Or should I tell in Tamil? People understand Tamil in the forum. ₹10. Shai has given 10 rupees. Beautiful. Can I get some more answers? Sai has given 10 rupees. Can I get at least 1 or 2 more answers? Okay. The correct answer is 5. It looks like 10, but the correct answer is 5. Because there is a hidden word called 20 rupees more than. That more than is the hidden word. So in every competitive examinations, there will be hidden word. பாட்டிலும் தண்ணியும் சேர்ந்து 30 ரூபாய். உள்ள இருக்கிற தண்ணி மட்டும் பாட்டில் விலையை விட 20 ரூபாய் அதிகம். If the bottle is 1 rupee, water is 21 rupees. Because 1 plus 20 is the bottle water vela. So the total gives 22. If the bottle is 3 rupees, then water is 23 rupees. So 3 plus 23 is 26. If the bottle is 4 rupees, then the water is 4 plus 20, 24 rupees. So 4 plus 24 is 28. If the bottle is 5 rupees, water becomes 25. Total becomes 30. It looks like 10, but the correct answer is 5. So if you write a competitive examination, almost 99% of people will answer 10, or if whatever is the prefix, so if it is 10 is available in A or B or C or D, they will choose that A, B, C, D and then mark it in OMR sheet. There may be only 1 or 2 persons who would have marked 5 as the correct answer. Imagine 100 questions like this with a twist and turn. Everybody writes the wrong answer and only few write the correct answer. They get selected. So arithmetic or aptitude is something to do with not only your knowledge, but something to do with your intellect capacity. So you have to enjoy and then learn. Time and distance, simple interest, compound interest, profit and loss, allegation and mixture, upstream, downstream, compound. See, there are really 21 chapters like this. For each chapter, there are some 25-30 twists and turns. For each twist and turn, you have to do 100 sums. So if you do some around 3,000 different sums worked out for next 3 months, 24/7 working on those, and when you go to an examination hall, you don't require a rough sheet or a rough work. Looking at the sum, doing a mental calculation, you will give the answer. And once you know the answer, you will just look whether it is there, and you will know the answer and search for the answer, either it is in A or B or C. If it is not found in A, B or C, automatically D will be the correct answer. You need not even look at D. Either the D will have the answer or none of these. I hope I have answered your question, Shanas.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. The feedback link will be posted in the chat box. So I request all the participants to fill the feedback form and submit it now.
I would like to thank all of you, all the MCs, and my one friend, Dr. Helen Rajeshwari, for giving me a chance to meet people sitting in Trichy, talking to people in Chennai. We bring all the wishes and all good tidings from Trichy, particularly from Bishop College. May God bless all the students May God bless all the professors, the learned professors of Jain College. May God the Almighty bless the management. And I really thank the management for training, teaching, and enthusing the women to empower themselves. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Now I request G. Shalini from 3rd BCA Shift 1 to propose the vote of thanks.
Could say, may I take the pleasure of proposing vote of thanks. First and foremost, I thankful our principal, Dr. M.K. Maladi, for her support and guidance and encouragement for this function. My heartfelt thanks to our special guest, Dr. Victor Lazarus, who, despite his busy schedule, have found time to grace this webinar. I also thank Mrs. Ellen Rajeshwari ma'am, Head of the Department, BCom Corporate Secretariat, for her valuable contribution and support in our all efforts. I owe special gratitude to all the staff who have participated in this webinar, became a successful event. Last but not the least, I thank all the participants and students of the GSS Jain College for your women of your cooperation and making this webinar resulting successful. Once again, thank you all. Now I request everyone to rise up for the national anthem.